student?
Yes and no, because since wrestling takes place on the weekend, mainly Saturday, I still have time to work through my studies. My dad was worried about me wrestling just because he thought it'd be a big distraction. And to be honest, I did all my studying in the week, and then once it came to Saturday, that was like I lucked out so far, and hopefully I can lucky. But I definitely say that being a full-time student doesn't really interfere with my wrestling and vice versa. But that's just because like I feel like I try a little bit hard just because I don't want to disappoint and like just drop out of school or whatever.
That's totally understandable. Somebody said if Powerhouse ever resurrected themselves, would you ever go back to work for them?
No doubt about it. Because like I said, Mike and Robin were good to me. So if they asked me to wrestle for them, I would definitely take the opportunity of just because there were a bunch of wrestlers there that I want to wrestle again, or I didn't get a chance to wrestle to, and I don't know if I see them another. All
Okay, someone else wants to know is, do you feel that you're someone that feds want to book?
right, can you repeat that?
Do you feel that you are someone that the feds would like to book?
Um, I don't have a big head. I would say would hope so. I guess I know that there have been a couple promoters that I would talk to, like for example, the Heavy on Wrestling promoter. When I talked to him, actually after I won the belt, he seemed like maybe down the road he would book me eventually, maybe a little down the road. I think because I don't have an ego when I wrestle, or like when I'm like in the back and hanging out with the wrestlers and talking to the promoters, just because I have a good attitude, in my opinion, I think that definitely helps in my home get booked. So I kind of want to say yes. I'm, the guy that people like to book, and hopefully that's true.
So what do you think you could do to get yourself out there and, to everybody and known more?
I would say the best thing I can do to get myself out there is just be out there. And, just go to any show I can, whether I'm wrestling. If I hear about a show that I can make, go there, say, hey, how's it going? I'm Alex. I'm a wrestler. I'd like to wrestle for you sometime. And then just get my foot in the door just the way I have usually. Get it money.
Okay, have you ever actually been part of a tag team? And if so, who did you tag team with?
I've never been a part of like a legitimate tag team, like not like hot stuff that they are tangible. More like I get like tagged up with a guy, and kind of through that we would try to get more tag matches with each other. Um, the main guy I've tagged up with is actually Derek Corbane, um, mainly with the Fourth of July show, um, or the Fourth of July shows, I should say. Got to add that last S. Um, and then for cross show, I guess, for example, when him and I and Butch Davis faced off against Texas KC and the Old School. And I was actually a part of the team with Eric when I started wrestling. I think if I remember right, we called ourselves the New Bloods because, well, we were fresh rookies. And what better way to call someone new than New Blood?
Right.
So yeah, I've never really been it didn't really take off too well just because, Aaron got pushed and I didn't. But I would say that Derek has been my main tag team partner, even though we aren't really a official tag team.
Okay. Somebody else actually wants to know is, have you been injured? And if so, what injury did you receive?
I've actually been pretty fortunate with injuries. Is that minus a few bumps and bruises from the ring, nothing from an actual match. I actually did potentially. I don't think I actually tore it, but it did damage my rotator cuff once with an AW. But that was actually unrelated to wrestling. It was more that I was in the gym and then I was doing a shoulder workout a little too hard, and then my rotator cuff didn't want to cooperate. So I was kind of out for 2 months in the gym, and then my shoulder still reminds me of my injuries, but all in all, I'm pretty fortunate, I'd say.
Okay. Did you actually work Bob's Benefit Show?
I did. I wrestled against Dr. X.
And how did that match go?
Well, I did win, if that's what you're asking, but I think it was a good experience. Wrestled the AWA legend as one of two of the, as I named it, the AWA versus PHPW.
Okay.
Because later in the show was Matty Blast versus Zumhoff, and unfortunately PHPW was not successful in either of those bouts, but I thought it was a good match in my opinion.
So I have a question for you. What did you think about Daisy May jumping our sexy Casey through a table?
What do I think about throwing sexy Casey through a table?
Yeah, and what do you think about Daisy May actually doing it?
I kind of dream about throwing Casey through a table because that's actually a lot more effective in my opinion than slapping him across the head. I think it was even better seeing Daisy May put him through a table just because, you know, I actually watched that match. I was actually on commentary while that match was happening.
Nice.
But I was watching him, you know, find Daisy the whole time, and I remember saying on commentary something around, "Who's gonna come back and fight him?" And then get put through a table. And I was like, said to the guys on commentary, "I told you."
Nice. So I've got a couple more questions for you. Somebody says this, have you done any hardcore matches?
I have not. I know a few guys that have done it, but I don't know. Like, hardcore wrestling isn't really my cheese, as they would say. It's not really my preferred type of match. I would rather just have a one-on-one post with somebody just wrestling without the use weapon. I feel like my fists are my own weapon.
Okay, and somebody actually wants to know, and I know who this question has come from. It's from AJ. He says, what do you like about WFSO?
What's not to like about it? I feel that you guys are pretty conflicted. You guys say your thing, whether or not you guys don't try to, I guess, I don't try to be politically correct with it, but, you know, if you guys have an opinion with somebody, whether it's good or bad, you speak it. That's the point of wrestling fans speak out, if I'm not mistaken. But I think that you guys are a bunch of, you know, chill, laid-back people, and it's great to be a part of you guys.
Well, I would like to just say thank you so much for, you know, calling in and being available to take all these questions, no matter how crazy everybody seems to be, especially, well, we know who the crazy ones are, and it certainly isn't you and me. I just want to say thank you for that, and also thank you for joining our team, and that we really, really hope that you're going to be there on Saturday. It'd be great to see you in action. Oh, apparently I've got to ask you one question quickly, because I've got to make sure I stroke everybody's egos here. Somebody else wants to know is, what do you think about Milwaukee wrestling?
I can't talk to you. I think I'm getting back into speaking German. I like it. You know, like I haven't really ever had a problem with some of the wrestlers. Hopefully not. I've actually seen a few of them wrestle in Minnesota. For example, Rodney Strong when he wrestled for First Wrestling. So I definitely think there's a lot of good talent out there, and it's definitely nice to be back in Milwaukee to wrestle from, hopefully.
Sounds good. Well, we hope to see you on Saturday, and thank you very much, Alex.
Yeah, thanks for the opportunity, Hazel.
Okay, bye-bye. Okay, so everybody, that is us talking with Alex Riley. Hopefully you'll see him this Saturday wrestling. I'm not going to repeat that, Chris, but so everybody, just to let you know, the Fusion Pro Wrestling is on Saturday. It should be a great show. And yes, I say stroking ego because we asked a question about what he likes about us. So I'm stroking everybody's ego. I had to stroke Chris's, and later I get to stroke AJ's, but that's a whole different story. As I say, tomorrow is Mike Masters from REWF. That should be an interesting interview. I'm very tempted to do that one myself because, for reasons that I will explain, is that we've had a few times where apparently he has said stuff about WFSO and other feds that are basically, to me, downright disgusting and disgraceful. This is just my opinion. I'm talking about a guy called Mike Masters from REWF. Um, we worked with him briefly, and it's one of those things that I think certain things need to be addressed with people. As I say, I've had run-ins with many, many people, and you have to air them out. But if people run away from that, then and you get a chance to interview them, especially where you've got people being able to ask questions, I think they need to stand up and be accountable. And I will apologize about too much information about me stroking AJ's ego. But I'm just on about his ego, for crying out loud. I would just like to point out that we do have other interviews that are coming up. As I say, Mike Masters, tomorrow we have an interview scheduled for Sunday. And Saturday we are going to be at Fusion. Hopefully, while we're at Fusion, we'll be able to get some interviews with people there. We will actually set up an interview with Crazy Gorman, as long as he promises me he's not going to talk for 10 minutes about chicken nuggets. I don't think I could, do that again. Um, so, if anybody has any ideas who they would like for us to see, to get on here, we would love to have them, either on the phone or actually live here. Just email us at our Facebook page or let us know. A lot of you know us personally and have our personal Facebook pages. Just let us know who you would like for us to see. We will arrange to do an interview with Milwaukee Wrestling. In fact, if Milwaukee Wrestling is going to be at the Fusion show on Saturday, hunt us down and we can actually interview you right there if you want it done. That is